Brown bear, what do you see? I see Paul Rudd looking at me. Oh wait, no. Paul Rudd, what do you see? I see George Clooney looking at me. George Clooney, what do you hear? I hear the Todd cast in my ear. This is Todd, and this is the Nothingcast, and I had some technical difficulties last week, which is why I didn't upload the new episode. But I got everything figured out, and I have just made a Twitter account for the channel. So if you would like to give me a follow over on the Twitter, I will have a link in the description. So check it out, please. And thanks. Oh, I watched Mickey 17, and it was weird. I'm not gonna go into any spoilers or anything, but it was weird. Um, I didn't realize going into it that it was based off of a book, and I heard that upset a lot of people because obviously, if you read the book, it's hard to translate from book to movie, and obviously that's going to make some people unhappy. But I just don't think it's possible to perfectly do that. I mean, a good example of that is like the One Piece live action, which I fucking love. Um, yeah, but there are a lot of people who like weren't thrilled about the changes in the live action One Piece. I thought it was fine, but I get why some people were upset about it because it can be it's best to uh look at the original first and then go from there. And yeah, I think Mickey 17, it was weird, but it was good. It was weird, but it was good. It was weird. It's a very strange movie. You know what else is another like weird movie that's also based off a book that has a lot of changes? Stuart Little, the stupid rat. Um, yeah, not even a rat in the books. He is not a rat in the book. He is just a deformed human who looks like a rat. And I understand why they changed that in the movie, but I think it would have been more interesting if he was just Rat Boy instead of Rat. Yeah, Rat. Um, I would be so furious if I were an orphan and two parents came in and chose an actual rodent over me. I'd be talking about that in therapy for fucking years, man. How do you how do you live with a how do you live with a rat as your brother? That little Macaulay Culkin looking ass kid, Jonathan Lipnicki, I think that's his name. But how do you live with a rat as your brother? Because let's face it, rat lifespans are not long. I think like 5 years if you're lucky, and they just drop dead. So kid's gonna be attending a funeral before before he even like gets into high school for a rat, a rat funeral. How much money? I guess that's a good question. How much money would you spend on a funeral for a rat? Because on one hand, it's a rat, but on the other hand, you're treating it like a member of the family, like even more so than you would a regular pet. Like Stuart Little wasn't even a pet. He was a full blown like a brother, a son, how do you I guess, do you get Stuart Little a full size coffin? Do you get him a child's coffin or an adult's coffin? I guess. Do you even bury him? Do you just, I don't know, put him in the oven and cook him? You know, just cremate him. I think that would be the best call is to just cremate Stuart Little because otherwise you're gonna have to deal with some implications that are you know you'll get in trouble if you give him the wrong coffin. You'll get in trouble for giving a coffin to a rat in the first place, but in world, in Stuart Little world, how common is that? How many? Well, I guess in the movie there was like you kind of saw his parents. I don't remember exactly if they were his actual parents or what, but there are like just talking rats that run around. So how many situations are there where there's just families that have like rats for kids, for sons and daughters? How many kids have rat parents? Can a rat adopt a child? Can a rat conceive a child with a person in this universe? I I don't know. I think changing the book uh kind of kind of made you have to ask some hard questions because if he was just a deformed human, then you could just be like, man, oh, whatever, just like in real life. Um, but yeah, he also grows out of it. I'm pretty sure. I think when Stuart Little grows up, he becomes like, you know, uh, I don't know the right word to use, but he becomes like an average non-rodent boy, and I just don't know how you would. God, that is such a. I don't like thinking about it. Like it hurts my brain to think about how rat sex works. And I'm gonna change the topic, because I don't want to think about it anymore. uh, sorry, I had a little bit of phlegm in my throat. Avengers Doomsday is on the way, and I mean, I want it to be good. I want it to be good, but with Marvel's recent track record, I'm not fully convinced yet because I feel like they want Doom to be the next. Well, they obviously want Doom to be the next big bad, but how do you how do you do that with so little buildup? Because I think the one thing that Marvel has is like the MCU specifically is that buildup. Like every movie builds up something else later on, and just Doom has not been built up. Obviously, he's going to show up in the Fantastic Four movie whenever it comes out, but is that enough for an is that enough for an Avengers movie? Like Thanos was built up for like 10 years, and you really felt his presence even when you didn't see him in the movie. Like you knew he was there. You don't get that with Doom yet. They could fix that. I think the best way to fix that would be to maybe, and they're not going to do this, but maybe build off of Kang. Obviously, they're not going to do that because Jonathan Majors did an oopsie. Um, it was a big oopsie, but yeah. But yeah, maybe sort of build off of the the Kang stuff they were building up and use it as a way to set up Doom. I think that's the best. I think that's the best option at the moment for for Doom because let's be real here. He is going to carry Avengers Doomsday because no one's looking forward to the young Avengers. No one's looking forward to whoever the hell else is going to show up. She-Hulk. You want to see She-Hulk on the big screen? I'm sure you do. Yeah, but there isn't a lot of people, in my opinion, left to carry an Avengers movie. And I think they're building this movie on weak supports, and that's what really worries me. Is that we're gonna have a movie that's just gonna fall apart because it just doesn't. It doesn't have Iron Man, Captain America, a Thor, a Hulk, a Black Widow, a Hawkeye, a Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, yeah, I think there's gonna be a little bit of reworking that needs to be done with this movie. Kind of like how they had to reshoot Captain America for 20 bajillion times, and that worked out very well for them. Worked out very, very well for them. I've been playing a lot of Hollow Knight recently, and if you don't know about Hollow Knight, let me fill you in. Let me give you the deets. He plays a little bug, a little buggus, a little character, a little creature, a husk, if you will. And you basically just go around this kingdom of bugs, fighting other bugs. And it's a very fun game, but at the end of the game, I'm gonna spoil a game that's been out for like 5 years, but I really like this I really like this video game trope of the final boss being like some sort of unfathomable deity, you know? Like Hollow Knight did it. Pokemon does it sometimes. They did it with Necrozma in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That was fun. Those games were like pretty easy for the most part, but then you get to Necrozma and you're like, oh, oh, oh. Kirby does it on a weekly basis. You just fight unfathomable horrors. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I am like I just have a lot of like grime in my throat. Probably it's not the pack of cigarettes I smoke on a daily basis. It's not that. I can quit when I want. I could quit right now, but I'm not going to. Um but yeah, I mean Marks, Magalore, uh Zero in the Dark Matter, Void Termina, Fecto Elphalus. I mean, just deities that this pink little creature just slaughters. And then he goes home and he has dessert with a penguin and I don't know, whatever else there is. Whatever Nintendo feels like using that week. Ugh. But yeah, I really like games where it feels like you're fighting something that you have no chance of winning against. And I really, really like that when it shows up in a video game. I'm just trying to think of what else has that sort of trope in there. Kind of Metroid, but not really, you know? It's an alien when you fight in Metroid, so you can kind of fathom it. But it is fathomable. It is ever so slightly fathomable in Metroid. But yeah, I mean, Kirby, Pokemon, Hollow Knight. Uh, what else? What else is there where you fight the gods of destruction? I don't know. I don't know. But I would be more than happy to get some recommendations, you know? I'm always down to try something new, man. I'm always down to try something new, man. When I was a younger, less tolerable man, I wasn't even a man. I was like 4 or 5 when this happened, but I ate like a whole bottle of Flintstone gummies and got horribly, horribly constipated and had to have an enema. I It was like I remember it being like a cork had just popped out of my asshole and a flood of bile just it was on the wall, the floor, the ceiling, stunk so bad. Stunk so bad. Oh! Um yeah, we talk a lot about like shit on this channel. Really, really setting a good standard for the podcast. Really setting the tone. I need to start talking about something that isn't, sickening, won't make you queasy. Uh, I had testicular torsion once. Probably the worst pain I've ever been in. It was miserable. I remember I when was this? It would have been when I was like uh 14, but I remember just laying in the bathtub in agony, and I remember being like, I don't want to, but I need to go to the hospital. And then I had my balls fondled, and everything was fine. If I hadn't gotten my balls fondled sooner, I probably would have had to have one of my right nut would have had to gotten snipped, and that would not have been good. It would not have been good. But uh, just you know, the nurse did like tech deck tricks with my testicles and made them not sore anymore. But yeah, I don't recommend that for anyone. I don't recommend you get testicular torsion. Not not a fun time for anyone involved. I don't know. Maybe someone enjoyed it. I didn't. And that's oh no, the spring. Um, yeah, but I didn't enjoy that whatsoever. I did enjoy. I had a lovely, lovely pizza last night. I love me a good pizza, a solid pizza. A za. I I've been pretty tired. Can I stop hitting this freaking thing? I need to do something about this because it's gonna upset me. Are we cool? I think we're good. I think I have solved the problem. What was I talking about? Oh, birds. I saw a falcon the other day. I saw a peregrine falcon. Not Falcon from Marvel, but an actual falcon. It's pretty cool. Um, we don't get a lot of cool stuff around here. We don't get much tap like that around the park. We don't. Uh, um, what's the story, Wishbone? When I was a kid, I thought Wishbone was the most boring fucking thing I had ever seen. Like, stupid dog! You're making me bored! I just didn't enjoy it. I was more of a Pokemon kid, obviously. Now I'm a disgusting Pokemon man. I've finally been able to find some Pokemon cards very recently. It it feels like nature is slowly healing, you know. I think we just had a rough winter, and now that winter is over, like the birds are coming back, you see nature at its fullest. You see those shelves stocked with Pokemon cards, and I really enjoy that. I can feel my hobby more. Just what I needed. Um, I I am lost. I need to actually talk about something because I'm gonna start losing my mind. I had to go to the dentist the other day, and I was not obviously no one likes going to the dentist, but I had to get some I had to get I had to get a cavity filled, and I mean that really just kicks your ass. Like afterwards, you don't want to do anything. Obviously, you don't want to eat, but like I'm the kind of guy who's like, all right, I'm done. That's my thing for the day. That's my eventful. Yeah, I did a thing today, and getting my ass beat through my mouth was that. But shit's expensive, man. I think a lot of things are expensive, but you know, it makes sense why it's expensive. It's your body, but uh, cars are also expensive, and they're not your body. So I don't know. I don't know how that works from a monetary standpoint. I wonder if peop I wonder if certain people's teeth cost more than others. You know, like obviously, like I bet LeBron James' teeth would cost more than mine, but like, what determines the value of a tooth? Timmy the Tooth. He makes the decisions on teeth, but like, if me and my brother, between me and my brother, whose teeth would cost more is the question I want to ask. Obviously, it would probably like come down to like teeth condition, but I'd never thought about that. People are always like, "Oh, what's the cost of a life?" And I'm like, "Okay, but what is the cost of a finger? You know, what is the cost?" Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, what is the cost of a kidney? And you just go from there. What is the cost of a rib bone? Just add all those numbers up, and there you go. That is the cost of a person. Fairly simple. I say that, but you know, Shaquille O'Neal probably Shaquille O'Neal's asshole probably costs at least 12K. Probably more. Probably definitely more. Probably like 200K. Hey guys, it's me, Shaquille O'Neal. It's my garage. Um, but yeah, just putting value on stuff that's that's valueless. It's really what kind of damaged the Pokemon card market, because yeah, I get it. There's some rare cards and all, but at the end of the day, and this is not I'm gonna get some flack for this, but I love Pokemon, but and I like collecting cards, but at the end of the day, it's cardboard. You know, at the end of the day, uh, it's not something that will, you know, change society for better or worse. It's just cardboard, and I want the cardboard, and the fact that I can't have it that sometimes pisses me off. I hear something. Meow. Take all your evil deeds and rot in hell! I curse you! Sorry, I had to pause real quick, and my buddy Kanye was calling me, and he had some stuff he wanted to talk to me about, but he's been going through a lot recently. I mean, he hasn't been making some good choices, I would say. I mean, not I would say, a lot of people would say. Um, he his talk with Adam Sandler seemed to calm him down there for a bit, but it really feels like delaying the inevitable, you know. And if there's anything I can do for him to sort of keep him from going down a dark path, I'm gonna do it for him. You know, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in that bad spot, man. I want him to get better. I want him to get healthy, but he just he's just been going down a dark road, and I am being interrupted again by my gatto. Hey, no. Um, but yeah, I think what Kanye needs is an intervention, and I don't think he's gonna get it. I think I think we are in the dark ages, and I am recording. No. Okay, I think I've handled the problem. I have sent Peanut to Singapore, um, so we should not be interrupted again, unless Singapore decides they can't handle her and send her back. But that's at least a 12-hour flight, so there should be enough time to get through this. Um, why is there a pipette in here? Oh, you hear that? Oh, just gonna. What do you think of that, huh? We're gonna turn this into an ASMR channel, bitch. Gonna get some ASMR in this shit. Speaking of the channel, I've been giving it a good think or two about what I want to have on this. Why does this smell like vinegar? Yeah, that is vinegar. Why why is there vinegar in here? I there's gonna need to be some I'm gonna need to lay down some rules about the recording room. No more vinegar is gonna be rule number one. But I've been thinking about what I want to do on this channel, and I think something I might want to try is do a series of me going out and trying new things. Going out and fishing. I mean, that's not a new thing, but you know what I'm saying. Going out and maybe you know have you guys experience new things with your buddy Todd. You know, maybe build a sand castle, like a good sand castle, not like the mounds of sand you built as a child, but an actual sand coliseum. You know, uh, what else could I try that's new and good and build a good snowman? I mean, I can't now. I kind of missed out on that, but yeah, just go out and do some new things, and I think that would be fun. At the end of the day, I want to do things that I want to do, but I also want to do things that people would like to see, you know? And I think balancing that out is going to be, it's going to be tough, but at the same time, I think it's going to be worth it, you know? I think I'm going to get enjoyment out of it, and I think you guys will get enjoyment out of it too. So, look forward to that. Look forward to me uh, narrowing my asshole and showing my asshole to the entire internet like that one guy did. I'm not gonna link it. I'm not gonna put a funny quick clip, but it's there if you want to see it. Uh, it's it's horrifying. Um, uh, what else is new? Nothing really. I say that a lot. What else is new? What else is new? Newt. I need to stop saying. That's another thing I need to work on is the ums and the and the. I need to, and that too. Get rid of that. I need to get a grip on recording and podcasting and putting myself out there in a way that doesn't make me look stupid. Well, it's going to make me look stupid, but I need to make it look professionally stupid. Like Jim Carrey. Well, not Jim Carrey. Jake Paul. No, he's just stupid. Um, damn. I I had something I was going for there, but I just kind of lost it, and now I'm back at square one. I almost did it again. I almost said and I just had to I had to choke it back. Just like I had to choke back tears when I watched Pokemon the first movie. Oh, such a good fucking movie. Um, God damn it! I did it again. Shit. I'm trying really hard. It's just like instinct to be absent-minded, and it's really. I want to get better, man. I want to get better, but the noises, man. The noises. I hear demons. I had to lay out a bunch of roach traps at my apartment because I woke up one morning and I was getting ready for work, and out of the corner of the eye I saw something, and I I am praying. I am praying to God that it was a roach, because if it wasn't a roach, it was a spider, and I will not. I cannot. I can't handle that. I can't handle that. I hate spiders. I would rather have a roach than a spider. Worst part, it was in my bedroom too, where I sleep. Imagine having a spider crawl around your ass while you sleep. Like, you can handle a roach, you can move on from that, but a spider? No, no. There's no moving on from that. That sticks with you for life, brother. Brother. My throat did not like that. It's not the cigarettes. I'm telling you, it is not the cigarettes. I just have a bad throat, and I can quit when I want. But, damn it! I'm getting mad. I'm actually getting mad. I'm gonna start wearing a shock collar for these podcasts, and when I say or or I just 50,000 volts straight to the nipples. That'll put a stop to it. You know, I'm not. I promise. I'm not trying to be stupid. I promise. I'm not trying to keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. I'm just an idiot. That's what it comes down to. This whole episode is turning into uh, I breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. I still haven't watched Invincible. I mean, I've been meaning to do that. I've been watching a lot of Family Guy though. Ooh, great show to have on when you're doing something else, like when you're like playing video games or getting work done. Like when I do some work for the channel, I'll put on some Family Guy in the background for some good background noise. I think a lot of people underestimate the power of background noise when they're working, because just having nothing on in the background, it'll drive you nuts. It'll really make you lose your mind. I have to do that at work all the time. I have to like, oh, I'm going to put on the penguins of Madagascar. I had a buddy whose dad for his like 15th birthday dressed up as all of the penguins from Madagascar. It was the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. Probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. Right next to the '83 Metallica concert. Penguins of Madagascar only slightly tops that. Pokemon Go was Niantic sold it to the people. I think it was the people who made Marvel Rivals. I'm pretty sure they sold it to them, and I'm just interested to see where they go with that. There's a hidden compartment in my podcast book that I write down my ideas. I've never noticed that. That's pretty cool. Is there one on the other side? There isn't. But yeah, Marvel Rivals guys bought Pokemon Go, and I'm interested to see where they go with that. Just because I've been getting a little annoyed with Pokemon Go as of recently. I play the shit out of it, but it's become very microtransactional. You know, if you want to keep up with stuff, you gotta pay money, and I'm gonna pay the money because I'm a Pokemon simp, but I I would really appreciate it if they cut back on that, because I I gotta pay alimony. You know, I gotta pay alimony and rent and cigarette. No, not cigarettes. It's not that much money. Um, yeah, but I'm interested to see what they do with it, because I think it needs a bit of a refresher. You know, someone to go through and be like, this works, this doesn't. Let's fix it. I think a lot of things need that nowadays. They need someone to go through and fix out the bugs and the glitches and the stitches. You know, man. I want someone go through the past, including this episode. Go through all the episodes and count the amount of times I say and just make a tally, because it's gonna keep happening. It is I can't control it. I can't control myself. Like I wonder if there's like a technique or something that can help you just stop saying things. Think about the Lord. Maybe that'll help. How to stop saying um. To stop saying practice conscious pausing. This is from an AI Google thing, by the way. Instead of filling sentences with filler words, Be mindful of your speech patterns and rehearse your presentations or conversations to identify and eliminate these verbal habits. I think that's a good idea. I think realistically, that is what I need to start doing. I need to start thinking about what I'm saying before I say it. I have a really bad habit of not thinking before I'm saying, you know. I just I need to take a step back and relax and let that anxiety go. And things will work out. Things will work out for the channel, you know. Things will work out for the podcast. I need to get a grip. A grip. Got the grippy on the Yeah, I need to go fishing, dude. I need to go fishing, catch some some fish. Need to catch some bass, some carp, some gar, some catfish. I'm not a big seafood person. I love sushi though. Uh, I could tear up some sushi about now. Maybe that's what I'll do later on. Is I'll go grab some sushi, some Asian cuisine, and sushi from Weiss once, and it was the most horrible thing I have ever tasted. Horrible sushi. I don't know what I was expecting, but I mean, god awful. God awful sushi. I that is a war crime. That sushi was evil. That was some evil sushi, man. And I just think that, Weiss, if you're out there, if you're listening, no more sushi. Stick to what you're good at, man. Stick to groceries like bread and milk and butter and eggs and ketamine. Stay away from Asian cuisine because you don't know what you're doing. Stick to what you're good at, man. Feed your horses. Feed your horses. And with that, I think I think this has been a good episode. I think I've got a lot out. I think I think I'm gonna get a little bit at. I think I'm gonna get a little bit more out. There's this nice little sign I'm looking at here. Said, I can't read it. Never mind. I've been playing a lot of video games on my phone. Not video games, like mobile games. There we go. Because they're not really video games. They're games on your phone. Uh you can't compare Jetpack Joyride to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you know? It's a completely different thing. You can't compare Pokemon Go to Pokemon Platinum. Not even in the same tier, same category. They need to make mobile apps that don't stink. Because I feel like I've gone through many a mobile app and it just really sucks. It really blows the goats. He's blowing a goat! Kill him now! Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. I had an uncle who was on Jerry. He wasn't on Jerry Seinfeld, but he went to see Jerry Seinfeld. And I feel like bring back the Seinfeld show, man, because that's what it's called. It's not the Seinfeld show. It's like Seinfeld. Oh wait, that's an actual. I'm a fucking idiot. That's a thing. Seinfeld is already a show. Yeah, this has been Todd, and this is the Nothingcast. I'll see you next week, folks. Bye bye.